Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I am Logan Wilmot, a senior at Northwood University, and I am joined here with my co-host.
Hi, everybody. I'm Emma Ladd, and I'm also a junior at Northwood University. And today we are here joined with.
Victor Petrie, Suburban Collision Centers.
Shawn Kingrey, Kaiser Automotive Group.
Jim Elder, general manager of 4 Ford stores in Chrysler.
Shawn, Leline, general manager, Suburban Mazda Detroit.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today. We are super excited to have this conversation on what it takes for a successful fixed candidate in 2026. So I'll ask the first question, and then any of you are welcome to answer it. So starting off, what does it look like today in your dealerships with the relationships between advisors, BDCs, and technicians?
Who wants to go first?
Depends on the day, depends on the store.
It really does.
I'll take the lead on that one. I think it depends on the store you're in. I think it depends primarily on the leadership in the store and the communication within that store. I'm a firm believer, and I use the term a lot. The speed of the leader, speed of the team. And if the leader of the team has good communication skills, and I'm not a big person on meetings, but I like the word huddles, has morning huddles with the teams and has communication, I think it can go well. If it doesn't go well, then it can go really bad really quick.
Yeah, it's in coupling on that. I think between the technicians, BDC, and the service advisor, never before has that jobs. And it sounds crazy to say it, starting to merge in not into one, but you have a technician that can send video right directly to the customer, so they have direct communication with investment. Advisors, same thing, right? But they have to communicate with the technician to make sure that happens efficiently. And BDC is obviously talking to the customer as well. So everybody's customer centric and being more, I should say, in contact directly with that customer. So they're all kind of merging. You got to have a lot of the same skills, I would say, across the departments.
Those are the type of people we're looking for too, is hospitality, right? It's customer service. First and foremost, we need our service departments need to learn not to say no to a customer or problem solvers. So, and that's what we really look for, the service person or a parts person with who hires. How do we get them to not say no to a customer? Let's solve the customer's problem, right? That's what we're here to do. Give them a world-class experience and take care of their car.
Yeah, it's all about good problem solving and being with the customer and helping the customer out. That's key. I mean, you have to have a good attitude and a lot of it, like we said about communication. If you want to sell, you have to see it. So you got to show the customer what we're doing, what's going on, and from there, they put eyes on it and sell what you need.
Yeah, that's so amazing. It's so awesome to hear your guys' different perspectives, because I know you all are in a bit of a different position. So hearing your different perspectives on the same goal is it's nice to hear. So our second question for you guys today is, why is this pathway a win-win for customers and employees?
I just think it's growing our business and it's growing our people too, right? So, if we have customers or employees know how to communicate with our guests know what's going on, they're going to keep coming back, growing our business. But we're always looking to hire from within. I'm sure Shawn's with his stores are doing the same thing. Our number one employees typically are the people that we moved up through the ranks, right? So, and that's how I moved up in the business, is I started, down here, worked my way up, and it doesn't happen overnight. But if you put the work in, and learning in, and effort, and take care of your guests, your team, you're going to get there.
I think for us, the landscape has changed so much. If you just said 5 years ago that a technician was going to do a video, or you were going to let a technician even talk to a client,
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been taboo. You'd have been laughed out, quite frankly. And now it's not. It's expected, quite frankly. It's required. And I think that's changed, and the advisor's role has changed because of that too. I think the advisor, I'm a big I love BDCs. I'm a big proponent of BDCs, and the advisor's landscape has changed, where we've taken a lot off their plate, which changed their workflow as well.
Right. Well, with texting, communication
Correct.
for the service advisors. Now we have the video. I mean, I love video. I think video sells. I don't know if it really sells, but it builds that transparency with that customer. People don't trust what's going on in the back, so we can give them a quick video, what's going on, show them their car, show them, hey, great news, there's nothing wrong with your car.
Correct. And listen, we're charging a premium price, and the client deserves a premium service for
Correct.
it. And you have to have that culture. I mean, from the top down, that if you're going to charge $250 an hour, or you're going to charge warranty $300 an hour, you need to get the service right the first time.
Right. Exactly.
Empowering the advisor, the technician, and the VDC, and then having complete transparency. I think it all meets together, and it really makes that seamless kind of communication between the customer.
That's fantastic. And as you guys mentioned, customer experience nowadays is truly everything in the fixed operations department. So kind of going off of that, what skills would you say make someone an ideal candidate for a fixed ops position today? And then coupling off of that, how have you seen the technician process? I know you mentioned with, the video MPIs and a lot of things like that. But on top of that, how have you seen the technician positions change over the years? Lot to digest.
Well, what I notice is that I got more techs now willing to learn, right? Things are changing. Cars change. Every year is a new model. Something changes in the vehicle. Educate yourself. Update training, learning new products, what's going on with the vehicles. So that's key. They need to know what's up to date, what's involved in repairing the vehicle. I mean, how can you explain to a service advisor or estimator or a customer if you don't know yourself what's going on, what needs to be done?
I think obviously being Northwood's backyard and having Northwood students here, I think there's a different answer to that as well, where we have tech colleges that I'm a big part of, and we have good luck pulling out of tech colleges. But when you go to tech colleges now, 60% of those students have no ambitions of ever working on cars. They're there, A, because mom told them they had to go to college, or B, they want to know how to work on their own car. Obviously, Northwood's a much different version of that thing. So how has it changed? To his point, it's all about education. Before, I've been doing this 31 years now. You had the mirror test. If they could fog a mirror, you hired them. You can't hire a tech now to fog mirrors. They're better at computers than we ever were, because that's all the car is now, is one big computer. EV or not EV, it's just one big computer.
Think about the evolution of the technician. When I started the business, they were called mechanics, right? And that's a complete insult to that versus they're the smartest guys and then gals in the showroom or in the dealership. Now they're technicians, and then from there, I think, to be honest with you, we're going to be skilled trades, and that's what it's about, right? So it's evolved so much where the most intelligent, smartest forward thing is a lot of them are technicians.
No, I agree, Jim. It's the car is a computer. And there's so much technology in these vehicles, they have to be smarter than some of these engineers that are designing these cars, because they're dealing with all these problems with the vehicles. And they're constantly having to learn and go to class. Every year there's updated training, there's updated things going on with these vehicles. And like Jim said, they're the smartest people in the building most of the times, because they have to fix these problems with these cars.
And back to what we originally said, putting a camera in a technician's hand, you wouldn't have done it 5 years ago. Now, again, they're the ones selling the job. They're the ones selling the work, because that is who the client trusts, because it's their car. It's locked.
Right.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Great answers, guys. Customers are definitely the biggest part of this industry, as we know, and it's forever changing. We're forever having to adapt. So kind of piggybacking off of that, the last question we have for you guys is, how has customer experience improved as a result of this?
Well, overall service with the BDCs coming in, making the visor's job a little bit easier, so that the phones aren't constantly ringing. We're picking up the phones, getting appointments. I think that's better, but one of the bigger customer service sides of it. Video is another one, and just basic follow-up with texting, automated texting. Now we have so many different tools at our hands. As long as we're using those tools, we can give that customer a world-class experience, opening up schedules, getting people in, making sure you staff appropriately. It's all those little things that build that a whole overall customer experience.
Yeah, reducing the friction points, right? So like Shawn, like you said, the texting, mobile service, and video, right? So that's all stuff that can create the transparency and the efficiency, and the less friction a customer has to either bring their car in. We can go to them, we can go pick up their car, bring it back, and then you can give them constant updates, obviously, as their car moves through the progression, where that didn't happen before, right? So it was kind of a mystery at that point. So now there's just so much more technology and transparency and efficiency involved in the whole process. So it creates a better customer experience.
And to piggyback off of that is we've all talked about it. I think Shawn said it first in the first part of this, saying yes. Before, because we had so many roadblocks and we made it harder than it needed to be, we said no more than we said yes. You have to have a mindset. The answer is yes. If you don't have a client, you don't have a car, you don't have something to work on. And if they don't sell cars, we don't fix cars. It doesn't end. It's a big round circle. You got to say yes. Everything is yes. If the answer is never no. You just find a way. You'll figure it out.
How much you curve adapting?
Sure. Like Shawn said, technology is great. I mean, with scheduling is a big thing. So with scheduling appointments, having customers come in, we have our guests with us, is that we have staff there. So we know, this time of day we have X amount of people coming in. it definitely changed everything with getting scheduling done, communicating with the guests as well, making them aware of what's going on with their vehicle, what needs to be done, what's the cost value going to be. So it's definitely changed in the last few years. Big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Honestly, just building loyalty and just getting your customers to come back and just feeling have that personal vibe that is really important.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been the Fixed Ops Roundtable, and we will see you guys next time.